Hello, this is Pat Ray again. This is Substance Abuse Group. We are talking today about feelings, failings, woes, and substance abuse. So, on your paper today, I need you to print your first and last name. I also would like for you to put today's date. The type of group is substance abuse, and the topic is feelings, failings, woes, and substance use/abuse. Okay, so there definitely is a connection between substance use or abuse and feelings, failings, and woes. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. In order to get full credit, I do need your progress note. That's just a piece of paper. I need you on that paper to write down anything I ask you to write down and answer any questions that I want you to answer or ask you to answer. Also, 3 statements about anything you thought about, learned about, or wanted to talk about. And if you have additional questions, don't hesitate to contact me. You can contact me through email at changeisachoice.org. You can contact me by text 217-766-9132, and you can call me at the office 217-954-1128. I'm generally there between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. So give me a call. All right. Payment also is part of full credit. So let me know how you're going to pay. Do you have insurance? Are you paying cash? Do you use a credit card? Or is someone else paying for your services? So let me know about that. Contact me and we'll get that taken care of. All right, back to feelings, failings, woes, and substance use. I would like for you to take a minute and see if you can identify 3 feelings you have been feeling this week. 3 feelings. You may look back and say, well, I was feeling pretty optimistic on Friday. And on Sunday, I was feeling kind of blah. And yesterday, on Monday, I did not. I was just frustrated and irritated. Okay. So looking back on those feelings, what do you think was going on? What was going on that caused those? Okay. Now, what frustrations have you had this week? If you're like some folks, it may have been going to the grocery store, having a difficult time getting what you need. It could be that you are laid off work because you are not able to work, your place of business is shut down. It could be that you are in the house with your partner and you're not used to being home with them all day, every day. Could be many things. Kids are irritating when they can't really go to school and burn off some of that energy that all kids have. And therefore, they could be, if you have more than one in the house, they could be squabbling or just playing really loudly. So think about those, whatever it might be, and list your frustrations. Now, I would also like for you to list the things you have done for yourself to feel good. In difficult circumstances, it's easy to revert to unhealthy things in order to make ourselves feel good. Go in the refrigerator and grab that chocolate cream pie or cake or pie or whatever and just eat the whole thing. Could be you're bored, so you get online and you do a little gambling. It could be that you are also bored, not enough stimulus, so you get online and shop. All right. Things like eating chocolate cake, gambling, um, shopping are not bad in themselves, but it's when we abuse them. It's the same way with alcohol and other drugs. Remember, I said alcohol is a depressant drug. A lot of people don't think alcohol is a drug. A couple of weeks ago, a lady swore up and down that marijuana wasn't a drug. It's a herb. Well, it may be an herb, but it's still a drug. Lots of herbs are drugs. So this is the point. No matter what it is, if we overuse it, if we abuse it, then that becomes a problem in itself. So, for example, moderate use of alcohol for men is 3 to 4 standard drinks, 2 to 3 times a week. Women, it is 2 to 3 drinks, 2 to 3 times a week. Standard drink is a 12-ounce beer, a 5-ounce glass of wine, a 12-ounce wine cooler, a 5-ounce glass of wine, and a 1.5-ounce shot of liquor. Those are standards. So if I am staying with the moderate amount, then I would be using, for a woman, I would have 2 to 3 standard drinks, 2 to 3 beers, 2 to 3 standard glasses of wine, whatever it might be. If I'm using more than that, that is abuse. For marijuana, I believe you can't have more than 5 nanograms of THC in your blood or 10 nanograms in your saliva. Anything over that is legally intoxicated. So those are just some examples. So if we are using whatever it is, alcohol, other drugs, food, shopping, gambling, whatever it is, if we are abusing it, then that is a problem, which then causes more problems. So what about this? We said that today we're going to talk about feelings, failings, and woes. Most folks that I know of have struggled with something in their life. We talk about failing. Sometimes we don't make the grade. That doesn't mean we didn't learn something, because failings, mistakes, not making the grade are opportunities to learn and grow. They develop wisdom. We learn from them. And when we learn from them, we are a much better equipped individual to deal with life on life's terms. So, failings. Don't like that word, but I want you to think a little bit about things that you did not succeed at, but you survived and you learned from it. So please take a moment and write down at least one thing that you did not succeed in, you survived it, and you learned from it. That is part of your assignment for this class. And you survived it without the use of alcohol, other drugs. Okay. All right. So feeling good, back to feeling good. What are some things that we can do to feel good without using any of the things that I mentioned earlier? So learning to relax, learning to enjoy the moment, learning to notice the sunshine, learning to appreciate that we have the things that we have in our lives, and being aware that some of us are really privileged And some of us don't have those privileges, but we are surviving and making the best out of whatever it is we have. So pay attention to that. Okay. Now, the reason I went through all of this is I want to talk about balance today. When individuals have too much of something in their life, it causes us to become unbalanced. Human beings seek balance. They call it homeostasis. Seeking balance. Our body, mind, all seek balance. And when we are balanced, we feel good mentally and physically. When we are doing too much of something and not enough of another thing that we need to feel balanced, we are out of balance and we don't feel well mentally and we don't feel well physically. And we are more inclined to reach out to something to help us to get back in balance, or we think it will. That could be alcohol or other drugs or whatever. So, seeking balance. Most of us, well, humans seek balance. When problems arise and situations are out of our control, things like depression, anger can happen. Joy seems to slip away. Humans seek to get back in balance. So we do it in many ways. Some of them help us, and some of them are not helpful. So giving that a thought for a moment, what are some of the things that have helped you and not caused you more problems in the past? They say, go back, check it out. What was working at one point that did not cause you more problems? And how can we obtain that or something similar to it? So, one of the things that helps us get back in balance is taking an honest look at where we are. How much time a day are we spending on work, play, social interaction? Right now we're social distancing, but social interaction through internet or the people who live in our house. How much time are we spending with that? How much time are we spending enlightening ourselves and stretching our mind and our capabilities? How much time are we spending reflecting on whatever it might be, if we have a certain faith or if we have certain spiritual connections, if we are in tune with the universe, so to speak? How much time are we spending with that? So looking at the needs, we have those needs. We need to be healthy to feel good, physically healthy. So if I am not taking good care of myself, if I'm not eating right, if I'm smoking too much, if I'm drinking too much alcohol, or if I'm drinking too much caffeine, if I'm eating too much sugar, if I'm not getting any real meals in, I'm not going to feel good. If I have physical problems and medical issues that I am not dealing with, I'm going to find a way to self-medicate, whether that's alcohol, other drugs, whatever it might be. So I'm going to seek it. Am I able to get to talk with people, get some feedback? Maybe I just need somebody to talk to. I don't want any feedback. All of those things are important. Am I taking the medications I'm supposed to take? Am I spending time in some entertainment? Maybe that is a little bit of movies. Maybe that is reading a book. Maybe that's watching a funny sitcom. It could be any number of things that you would deem entertainment as long as it's not related to alcohol or other drugs or is illegal. So staying on the healthy side. So what we're seeking is to do something to feel better and get back in balance. If I have found that I spend all of my time working, so if I have a 24-hour day and I'm working 16 hours a day, and I go home and I eat and I collapse and I get up and do it again and I do it again and again and again and again, I am really out of balance. When I get out of balance, my mind and my body seek balance. So my mind says, you deserve a break. Let's go get some drinks. Let's go get some dope. Let's go to the store and buy a gallon of ice cream and chocolate cake and eat that in front of our video tonight. The whole thing. All right. So we will seek balance if we are out of balance. So check your life. Are you isolating? It's easy to do right now. A lot of things are shut down, things that maybe we normally did, we can't do right now. So it's easy to isolate. Maybe we need to connect with somebody, call somebody on the phone, do a FaceTime, a video chat, whatever it might be to connect. Looking at what we can do to feel better. That's what this is about. Because we talked about feelings, failings, and woes. Listing the woes, focusing on the woes. Oh my, woe is me. How am I going to do this? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to do that? Those are things that build up and bring us down, and we are more likely to use a substance to feel better, which only brings about more problems. Taking action helps control and defeat woes. Instead of, oh my, how am I going to do it? Let me get up, let me get a strategy, let me talk to people, let me get the facts, and let me identify what I need to do to move forward on whatever the issue is. And sometimes the thing is out of our control. It's out of my control, and then I have to practice letting it go. It is what it is. I have to come at some point. If I come to acceptance that it's out of my control and I let it go, I feel much better. But the longer I struggle to fix and change things, people, places, and things that are out of my control, the more crazy I feel, the worse I feel, the more frustrated, and the more likely I am to use substances to get back into balance. Okay. What are some things that would be, that you have found that are helpful, that you could make a habit of? Maybe it's going out, taking a walk. Maybe it's writing in a journal. Maybe it is drawing. Maybe it is getting on YouTube. Maybe it is having a pet. Whatever it might be, spending time with your children, grandchildren, people that you love and enjoy. Maybe it's reading funny jokes and laughing a lot. All of those things help us. Okay. So I just want to recap and touch on these things very quickly. There are some things that are going to help us to get back in balance. One is physical health, making sure we're healthy, taking medication, taking care of ourselves. Spirituality, and that is staying in tune with our beliefs, whatever they may be, and staying connected to people that have like mind and give us good feedback. Relationships, being with those who we enjoy, who we laugh with, who we talk to, and keeping in contact with them during this time. Creativity. Do a little bit of something that is creative. Maybe it's working in your garden. Maybe it is painting or drawing. Maybe it's doing some woodwork, whatever your creativity is. The other thing is checking out what you are doing in your overall life vision. Where do you see yourself? Where would you like to go? What are your goals? If we don't have goals, we're never going to achieve. We must have a goal. And when we have goals, and when we are actively pursuing realistic goals, we feel better. And how are you feeling emotionally? Staying emotionally well. So you may need to talk with others, accept some things that you cannot change, and make sure that when you are feeling like using something to take care of a momentary situation or a frustration, understand that there are many more options out there. We don't need to use a substance from the outside to make us feel better on the inside. There are other things that we can do. Okay, so what I want from you now is to write down 3 things that you thought about, wanted to talk about, or maybe had questions about, whatever it might be. And I need you to email those to me. You can mail them to me at the office, 300 South Broadway, Suite 110A in Urbana, 61801. You can bring them to the office between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, or 5 to 6 on Monday through Thursday. Okay, you can also bring cash to pay, the exact cash to pay for any groups or any services. If you have other services that need to be done, continued stays, if you're working on a discharge, please contact me and we will make that happen. All right, have a good day, stay safe, stay well. Bye-bye.